It's another bottle haul video, and I've got some bottles to share, and I'm super excited to share with you guys. So stick around and pour up. It's the Bourbon Nut. Hey, welcome or welcome back. My name is Brock. Thanks for joining me on this episode where today we're going to go over the bottles that I've picked up from my last bottle haul, which I did was covering up to 4th of July. So this is going to cover the rest of July through August into the September Labor Day weekend here. So have these bottles ready to share with you guys. But before we get started on that, want to give a shout out to Thomas Clark, who did my awesome sign back there. It's got the lights around it. Really cool dude, did some really great work. Did that from American White Oak. So I'm super pumped to have that here on the channel. And he also did a couple of these little coasters to go with it and a keychain as well too. I'll try to get close if you can see the angle there, but really great work. So that's his logo, TC3. Does really good work. So just a quick shout out. Thanks, buddy, for doing the sign. I'm super excited to have that. Next thing is my glass here. Is one of the ones that are going to be on the list here, but inaugural cheers. Just good shit. All right, let's get started. These bottles are in no particular order. I'm going to try to guess the SMRP or remember the MSRP on these. If I don't, or if I'm way off, I'll flash it up about what I paid for it. Some of it's MSRP because I get it in Gastonia or in the ABC store in North Carolina. Some of it's going to be in South Carolina and Georgia. So it's going to be a mix of everything here. So, but let's get started here. Bottle number one here. I did a review on this. Won't spoil it, but Old Fitz Bottle and Bond 7-year. I picked this up in Georgia. MSRP is $60. I did pay $20 over, so I paid $80. Again, hadn't seen it in North Carolina, but it showed up in Georgia at the first store. So I went and picked it up, tried it, shared it with some friends, and solid sipper. Again, I won't give away the review, but just a solid sipper for $60 all day. Next up, AWS Fiddler. Don't see AWS stuff too much in the Charlotte, Gastonia area, but as soon as you get in Georgia, of course, ASWS, where they're at, is popping up everywhere. So I grabbed this weeder. This is a 6-year wheated bourbon. So the mash bill on this one is 51% corn, 45% wheat, and 4% malted barley. And the age mixture on this one is going to be 50% of a 7-year, 25% of a 6-year, and then 25% of a 7.5-year as well. And so really it averages out to about almost 7 years actually, but 6 years, which means it has to be at least a minimum of 6 years old. And part of this, 50% of this was actually double oak process. Now the blending was only 4 barrels, so very small blending of 4 barrels to produce this, and 50% of that was double oak. So it's a little bit darker than for your 92 proof, but really good. It's got some good complex flavors to it for 92 proof. But again, I think it's part of that double oaking that kind of added some layers there a little bit too. But solid sipper, really good. Picked this one up for about $40, I believe, in Georgia. So really glad to have ASW in. Let's go to this one. This is one of the stores not too far from where I live in Gastonia, and this is a store pick of their 94 proof single barrel. This is 8-year age stated, $35. Can't beat that. Store pick, 8-year age stated for $35. Sign me up all day. Solid stuff. Easy sipper, vanilla, custard, just really good sipper all day. Next up, here's a Knob Creek store pick. I did pick up in Georgia, same place where I got the ASW Fiddler. Shout out to Franklin Package Store where I got this and the ASW. The guy down there is super knowledgeable about bourbon. Really is a bourbon enthusiast, passion. He talked a lot about bourbon when I was down there. And full transparency, he ended up giving me this bottle for free, which is a store pick of 120 proof, 10-year, 3-month age stated. So figured I'd go ahead and give it a shout out here on the channel for Franklin Package Store there. It's Lavanya. I think it's saying that right, Lavanya, Georgia. So it's near Hartwell. That's where I was heading down to. It's right along 85, right before you get in the Hartwell area. But again, that store has got some unique gems, some really cool products. He's got a lot of good store picks, and this one's no exception to that. It's really good as well too. So it's got complexity to it. 120 proof. It's got that heat on the back end. Has a little bit of nuttiness, but it's the creamy peanut butter kind. It's not like the dusty peanut shell sometimes you get, but really good store pick, and wanted to give a shout out there for that. So thanks again for that. If you're down that area, go check out Franklin Package Store. Next up, let's go to the Blue Note. This is the Uncut. This is a store pick, South Carolina store pick. It's cast strength, unfiltered, small batch. Proof is 118.4. Uh, $40. I think 35 or $40 for this in South Carolina. I don't know if this is the same as a juke joint. When I scanned it into my app to log my bourbon when I purchased it, it came out with a uncut juke joint. So I don't know if that's the same thing or not. Maybe somebody comment below and let me know if it's different. But either way, pretty solid juice. This is good too as well. So if there's an uncut and a juke joint, then this will be another store pick I'll be looking for. Is called the Uncut, and this is really good too. So glad I picked this up again, South Carolina, for like 35, $40. Moving on, let's move on to this one right here. Also in South Carolina, one of the stores I normally hunt at near the border. This is the Black Label Old Forester. Don't see these a whole lot, so whenever I hear about it or see it, I'm usually picking it up. And this one is really, really good. This one I paid $70, I believe, for this. So really, really good price, and super excited to have that on my bar. It's been a while since I've had a Black Label. It's been a super long time. Can't remember last time I had one. It's been a super long time. Glad to have that at the bar now as well. Go to this one, New Riff Balboa Rye. Heard a lot of good things about the Balboa Rye. Just it's so elusive. I've never been able to find it anywhere. So I was able to finally pick this up in Georgia, of course. Paid about $70 for it. And the cool thing with the Balboa, it's the Balboa rye grain that's specifically grown for New Riff specifically. And the mash bill is 95% of that Balboa rye and then 5% of the malted rye. Bottle and bond, so it's 100 proof and really, really solid. And they were right. The whiskey tubers that I follow said this is really good. It is very cohesive. The floral notes are not overpowering because I'm not a big florally kind of person when it comes to my bourbon. But again, it's enough on it. And the fruit on it's really, really nice. And it's got the rice spice that kind of keeps it in balance there with the sweetness there. And it's really good. So I'm glad I picked that up, and I've been enjoying that one a lot. Moving on, let's go to this one right here. Weller Full Proof. Don't refine these hardly in the wild at MSRP. I've seen them in the wild, but you're talking 200, 250. This one I was able to get at the local liquor store down the street. Shout out Greg Matthews, who keeps the bourbon people on their toes with Easter eggs that he's hiding all the time in the store. And then he also does collect a few bottles to give out to everybody or make available to purchase, I should say. And I was able and fortunate enough to pick this up full proof. MSRP, $65. That's right, $65. Super pumped to have this. Can't wait to crack this open and share with some friends. Glad I have it. Get a little thirsty here, so get a sip. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and bring the bottle that I'm actually drinking. And that is Middle West Spirits from Ohio. Big fan of Middle West. This is their wheated whiskey cast strength coming in at 125.1. $70, I believe I paid MSRP at an ABC store, I believe, for that. Again, Ohio's doing some really good stuff. They have a few other distillers that are really gaining popularity, but Middle West, the pumpernickel rye, the cast strengths of their regular bourbon, which I have back here somewhere, and the wheated. And they have some other great finishes too. So Middle West does really good stuff, and I'm super glad to be able to get the wheated whiskey. Again, I haven't seen it with that blue label there, so it stuck out when I saw it. So I looked it up, and sure enough, I'd never seen this one. So glad I was able to pick this up and add it to the bar. I've been sharing on that one a little bit too. Next up, let's go with this one right here. 1924. Didn't think I'd ever probably see this bottle, at least for a while longer. Already over a year, right? They've come out a couple years and not been able to find these anywhere. And lucky enough to be able to go down to the ABC store where they had a collection of bottles. They were trying to give one per customer on the barrel. This was sitting on the barrel, so I was able to grab this. MSRP, $115.99. I'm not mad at that. I've been hearing 150, 160, 200. A lot of people are paying, but MSRP, North Carolina, regulated ABC stores, $115.99 is what I paid for that. For 10-year age stated, that's not really that far out of line from $1 per year, kind of thing. So I'm okay with that. So glad to have this on the bar, and I can't wait to crack that one as well too. So last up, Penelope. So this is the Cigar Series Chapter 1 that just came out as well too. MSRP is about $80-ish to $80. I was lucky enough to pick this up in Georgia for $86. So not much over MSRP. Then went to the next store and saw it for $168. So super glad I was able to pick this up for near MSRP. And I've heard mostly good reviews from a lot of the whiskey tubers, and I've also heard some mixed reviews on it. But glad to have it nonetheless. Add a cigar blend to the series there. It'd be interesting to see how it stacks up, I guess, like a Joseph Magnus cigar blend and some of the other cigar blends, and see how this stacks up. But glad to have it at the bar. Really excited to have it. Hey, that's all I got for today. Let me know in the comments below, what are some of the bottles you've picked up that you've been super excited for the last month or two. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, sip your passion.